Hi and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Gruffy and joining me today is the co-host over on my podcast, Holy, to go through the last colour in BT6. It's been a long journey, a long time coming. It's been a very hard project to go through, looking at these cards and not having them physically to play with them, but it's almost over. We're almost there.
Yeah, last colour now.
Yeah. And it's coming at the perfect time because pre-release is a few days away after this, hopefully like the day after this video comes out, so we'll finally get to touch the physical cards. But
yeah, it'll be very nice.
We'll start it off as always with the main man Holy.
Yep, and the egg of purple of BT6 is Sunomon. During your turn, once per turn, when you trash a card from your hand due to one of your effects, you get to draw a card. Nice cycling.
Yeah, so instead of draw one, trash one, we've got trash one, draw one.
Yeah. Well, draw one, trash one, draw one.
Yeah.
In that order. Yeah, the egg's just really good, very generic, especially for anything that purple wants to do this set, because this set is very heavily features trashing cards.
It's just nice. It just gives you that draw power because you're basically like it just turns. Say you've got a Digimon on the board with this underneath it. Say you go swing with a Gabumon underneath the purple Gabumon, you get draw and trash one from attacking from him. Then because you've trashed one, because you're attacking, you rest your Tamer to draw and trash one. Then you draw another one, so you can potentially, draw quite a few cards. And that's just like the one combo I can think of at the top of my head. There's millions more.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards in this set that let you essentially draw trash, especially like the Tamer lets you do that. It's all sorts, and it just means you're not losing out on hand whenever you're doing it. The next card for level 3 that we have to talk about is Inmon, which is on play, you may trash a card from your hand. If you do, return a Digimon with 7 Great Demon Lords or 3 Musketeers from your trash to your hand. Essentially, you just trade that card you don't want in your hand for a card that you really want in your hand.
Yeah.
Got Beelstarmon.
Yeah, but again, you'll see Beelstarmon later on, but it also allows you to potentially stack another 7-cost option or send another 3 Musketeer there to get her back, so you're not, like you said, you're just complete trading, so you're not reducing the amount of fodder you've got there, which you're going to need for Beelstarmon.
Yeah, it also lets you grab back Lilithmon if you ever lose it during the Lilith loop.
Not that you'll be playing him, but that BT2 Beelstarmon, grab him back as well.
Yeah, why not? We don't have any more 7 Great Demon Lords, so...
Yeah, that's it. There's not 7.
We have 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Inmon's really good. He's one of the reasons the 3 Musketeers has as much staying power as it does. And then this is on to Goblimon. Your turn. Yeah. Once per turn, when you trash a card from your hand using an effect, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. So just being able to, buff up something like Titamon just a little bit higher, or just anything that this is under, makes it really nice.
Yeah, I mean, so you've got a Gankumon on top of it, you potentially keeping that, not Gankumon, a Gankumon promote, Oh no, you wouldn't. Yeah, what am I thinking? You wouldn't have that underneath it. Yeah, ignore me. I don't know anything about this card game. I'm just here to watch. There's combos you can use it with. I can't recall any right now.
It's stuff you can do. It's cool.
Yeah.
Use it with a Nubismon to make it like slightly more sufferable to swing into security, because you can bring back a Labramon. There you go. There's a combo.
There you go. Glad you're here, Holy. Believe it or not, purple's my main colour, can you tell?
Yeah. And then the final level 3 of the set is Elecmon, which is on deletion, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Which is really nice going into meta where level 3s are very important.
Yeah, it's a. I think that's the thing. We've just looked at the first 4 cards of purple, and they're all good. They're all will see play. They're all will have their decks they're good in, and that's something purple's really good at with this toolbox nature. You'll get so many good cards. If anything, it's hard to pick what you want to put in a deck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, just they're making it harder with their one. Just being able to that's the thing, because there's so many ways you can trash a level 3, so you don't even have to swing with it. Or you can just swing with it. It dies in security, clear out level 3 on their board. Or just there's so many ways to kill Digimon on your side of the field as well in purple. So it's an ability you're going to be able to get to pop off. Yeah, it's nice that purple's still getting really cool toys, and to continue those really cool toys, we're going to look at some really awesome toys that they get. So first is Kinkakumon. Just inheritable. When attacking, you may trash a card in your hand to delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. Which is great because you can delete one of your opponent's Digimon. You can then, if you've got the baby underneath, you're then going to draw one. But then it also activates other abilities that are within this line that we'll go through. So then we've got Ogremon, which is one of the new best boys. He's 5 cost to drop, level 4, but on play, trash one card from your hand. Oh no, I'm sad. I'm purple, I've trashed a card. You're not going to care too much about that to delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. So if you're on 3 memory, they don't have a memory tamer out. Chuck this guy down, put him to 2, kill a blocker. You've then got a source to go up into a level 5 with, and it's just pushed the game back.
Yeah, Pokemon is super good.
Yeah, and I love his artwork as well. Again, it's just
bringing this back with stuff like Mastimon or War is really nice.
Yeah, that's the thing. You can bring it back with Mastimon, drop it to kill something on your opponent's side of the board, just increasing that aggression. So if that could be like, if you're keeping turn with the Mastimon, that could be like the one thing you need to get rid of, that one blocker to go for game. It's just giving you those options in your trash. Or even like you could hard play this and kill it, then bring it back, activate the ability again with Sword. There's so many ways to play around with this. And then we've got Kinkakumon. His inheritable is when you trash a card from your hand with your own effect, gain 1 memory. So as you see, you could potentially be playing this Ogremon for 4 if you've already got a stack down. With your Kinkakumon, you're potentially killing a level 3 and gaining a memory. And there's a way we bring this all together with one of the other cards. But first we'll look at Boogieymon. This is purple's big boy level 4, 7k DP, 2 to Digivolve, just big chunky boy that's gonna do a bit of damage.
Yeah, it's nice that purple gets another one.
Yeah, the issue is there's barely any space for vanillas in purple because you rely so much on your effects, and finding space for him, you would have to get rid of the other 4, like one of the other 4 that are in this list, and there's quite a few lists, especially like the Titamon list that plays 4 of the 5 of these, and you just don't have space for him. Like, it's nice that we've got him, but I just don't think he's going to see as much play as the others in the other colours.
Definitely meant more for an aggressive style of purple.
Yeah, just being able to swing big at low levels. He will still play in some decks. But then we've got the final piece of the Kinkakumon line. So this is Kinkakumon Promote. He's a 1 to Digivolve on level 4. So you can Digivolve up on top of your Kinkaku to get one of their inheritables as a level 4. But his best thing is so he's a Rush Digimon, and on play you may place 1 Kinkakumon and 1 and or one Ginkakumon from your trash in this card's Digivolution card in any order. If you place 2 cards with an effect, trigger draw 1 card and gain 1 memory. That means when you're swinging with your rush that you've just brought back, you're also gaining an additional memory when you swing if you brought back both of them, because you're also trashing a card to kill a level 3. And the nice thing about the way the abilities work is this: you can trash a card to kill a level 3, but they don't have to have a level 3 there. You just activate the first part of the effect, so you're even if they don't have a level 3, you're able to get this effect off. So it means you're bringing back a Ginkakumon with one of the new level 6s, gaining 1 memory from that, potentially keeping turn, then swinging with it, gaining an additional memory, which is amazing, and then killing a level 3 as well. It's just such an amazing combo.
That's sick.
Like, the thing is, if you have Ginkakumon or Kinkakumon under one of your stacks anyway, you're laughing because they both have really good inheritables. Ginkakumon allows you to keep turn when going into like your forecasts for the big boss level 6 in this set, if you've only got memory tamer down, and Kinkakumon allows you to kill something on your opponent's board. And like Holy was saying, level 3s are so vital in this set. You're just pushing your opponent back, killing those level 3s. But again, all of these cards will see play. 4 out of the 5 will see a lot more play, but they're all amazing cards, and it's just getting harder and harder to find room for cards in purple. And it doesn't
Digimon Promote is another nice little tool that gets added to Lilith Loop. I like Lilith Loop as a deck, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, it just gives you those rush options, because obviously you didn't get the option to rush previously unless you had an Anubis up, because you couldn't bring back the
Cerberus Werewolf mode.
Yeah,
because it was a 9 play cost.
Yeah, so this gives you the option, so you could bring back 2 of these if you're keeping it
swing for game.
Yeah, which is crazy, because you're looping. You could bring these 2 back, swing with them, kill them, do your looping shenanigans, go into another Zort, bring them both back again, and if you've managed to keep turn again, which you can do with Lilithmon, you're potentially feeding all these attacks, and he's a 6k body, so swinging, he's either trading with blockers or swinging over them.
Yeah. I mean, technically the way you're meant to do it is bring back 1 Ginkaku, promote in a level 5, swing with the Zort, bring back the level 6, swing with this, and then continue on the plays there, but I won't correct. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, purple's my main, as you know, I'm a master at it.
To be fair, you haven't played Loop, and I'm somewhat proficient in Loop.
Yeah,
proficient. I took it to regionals.
So. And you play a lot of Loop. But yeah, it's going to see so much play in so many different decks. And if you watch our most recent podcast, we look at a BT7 deck where this is a big part of it as well. So there's 2 sets after this one, and it's still seeing play. So it's definitely here to stay. But again, just like the level 2s and 3s, we've got some amazing choices coming through for 4s as well. It doesn't. To be fair, the 5s are pretty good.
Yeah, the 5s are definitely strong as well, except for the first one, which is Ferrismon.
Yeah.
As he's a vanilla 6 cost to play normally, 3 cost to evolve, 9,000 DP.
He's a card.
Something that can be said is that he classifies as a fallen angel, so you can get it off of stuff like the new starter deck, Lady Devimon or Patamon.
Yeah.
Actually, no, Patamon's Archangels and Angels. Never mind. It's just the Lady Devimon this is important for.
Yeah, he can be relevant in that deck. That would be relevant this format though.
No. He's just a bit of a weirdo that's just snuck his way in here.
Yeah, we don't know. He's not a purple card. Where's your effects?
The next level 5 we have to talk about is Rebellymon, which is... We'll actually talk about his evolution, considering it can fall from purple and black. and is also treated as purple and black. Well, treated as black as well as being a purple card. So very interesting that purple can now go into the black and vice versa. Black colors and vice versa.
I'm assuming that's just kind of bridged where they. I'm assuming it's for the archetype of Three Musketeers being able to play like a purple base but go into Machine Dramon. Gundramon, that's one. Look, we know I don't do names. We know the big robot Digimon that looks like Machine Dramon but isn't Machine Dramon. That one.
Yeah,
America Dramon.
But yeah, it's kind of designed for this purpose, like you said. And he also has a when Digivolving skill, you may trash one card from your hand to give this Digimon blocker and retaliation until end of your opponent's next turn. It's a lot of text, but most of it is just explaining the two mechanics.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, like forcing your opponent into, like, if they're gonna attack, they're gonna lose what they're attacking with is always not fun for your opponent.
Yeah, it's definitely not. Rebellion just kind of gives you an extra turn of safety from anything big your opponent was planning on doing.
Yeah. So I can't see him being like a main staple piece, but like as a one of or two of, same as we saw with Chimeramon, just like that extra piece to chuck in as and when you need it.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be good for that. And then, the final level 5, Skull Greymon, which is also an SR of the set. When this card is trashed from your hand by your own card effects, you may place this under your purple Digimon as as its bottom Digivolution card. So this gets important because of the ESS skill, which I'll just say now is retaliation. So the amount that you can do with this guy in terms of giving different Digimon retaliation is really cool. Giving a blocker retaliation, like we just said with Rebellion, is like an absolute nightmare to deal with. So just being able to do that whenever you want is kind of stupid.
Yeah, or like you said the other day, just being able to turn a rookie into a hand grenade against anything.
Yeah, which you can do quite literally out of nowhere when it comes with the new Tamer. He also has a very weird one attacking skill of you can trash a card from your hand to gain 3k DP, so you can make him 10k if you wanted to.
Yeah,
which a 10k ultimate's a reasonable size.
Yeah, any gameplay I've seen with him in the deck from like the JP side of things, he's never digivolved into, he's always trashed and chucked under. Which is weird thinking because that's one of your bridges to get to your level 6s, but it's just that you'd run him at a 2 of max, and just being able to, like you said, just grenade things down and just force blockers in to have retaliation as well. It's just such a powerful ability.
Yeah, pretty much.
Again, it just comes down to they're making it harder and harder to pick what you're putting in your different slots, because Purple already had a really good selection for its level 5s, and now we've just got even more good. That's so again, maybe 1 dud out of 3 is reasonable, especially when Purple's had so much else going for it. And we'll look at the level 6s as well. So we've got Mamukusmon.
Yeah, I think that's right.
That sounds right. Yeah, just a 10k body, 3D Digivolve retaliation. The main special thing about him is on deletion, if you have 10 or more cards in your trash, you can play one Ornis. I'm doing great with names tonight. Bloody hell. Ornis. Trash without applying its memory cost. The next card is Ornismon. Security attack +1. On play, delete one of your opponent's level 5 or less. So you see the little combo there.
You trade with something big and then you bring this back, kill something else that's big.
I was just trying to figure out how to say his name again, but yes.
Mamukusmon.
Mamukusmon, that's the one. Yeah, Mamukusmon. I'll just say a few more times. Mamukusmon. There we go. It's in my brain now. I'll remember it. But yeah, Mamukusmon, being able to swing into something with Mamukusmon and then bringing back something big with security attack +1 and killing something else on your opponent's board is great. It's just getting that guaranteed kill. I can think of a few decks where you can build it, because obviously you have a lot of self-detonation in purple, so you're able to get that off, which is nice. But
it's definitely not one of the more competitive cards they've released for the set.
Yeah, like it's a fun little concept. I may try and build something around it, but when you've got already the beasts of level 6 we've got in purple, and then they add the next card Titamon in, it's just so hard to go towards these cards when you've got such powerhouse and such great synergy already. Because talk about Titamon now, so we covered him before in the podcast, but his effect is when Digivolving, trash one card from your hand, then you may play one level 4 Digimon or lower from your trash without paying its memory cost. So you can bring back Kinkakumon Promote, and bring back Kinkakumon and Kinkakumon. So you're gaining 1 memory, making it basically a 3-cost Digivolution, which then you're also bringing back Rush as well, which is amazing, because you could also, that card you trash, be Retaliation, the Retaliation Greymon, Skull Greymon, then chuck that under the I can't even say words, the Rush Kinkakumon Promote. So you've then got something with Rush, with Retaliation, you can throw into anything you want, and then you've got Titamon to swing with, which we're not even done yet, because Titamon's once per turn effect is your turn. When you trash a card in your hand with your own effect, this Digimon gains 2k DP and gains security attack +1. Now, if you've got the Goblimon underneath it, you're now swinging at 16k, 2 checks, and you've got an extra body on board, which potentially has retaliation that you can be able to swing into something big on your opponent's side, leaving you just to swing 2 checks into security. And we played around with this a bit in TTS, and it's not a pipe dream. You can get this off really easily, because you've got that draw on trash one control. You can control what you put into your trash, so you're just building up this 1 stack, placing everything else in the trash you need to bring back, and then you just go into this, and you've got this nice Rush combo. You attack with the Kinkakumon Promote, gain another memory, so you've now technically spent 2 memory to go into Titamon. It's just so aggressive, which I think purple needed another big swing in level 6, because a lot of their level 6s are very like tech based, so you're playing them for their effects because they do things. You're not really playing anything because it's big and it's going to swing over stuff. So this gives you that big aggressive swing on. It's such a fun deck to play, and I think it's definitely be something that's going to be played around with a lot in our meta over here.
Yeah, I know a lot of the people in the JP deck building community do like Titamon quite a lot. Still trying to make it work to this day.
Yeah.
The BT7 probably still going to make it work in BT8 just because it's such a good toolbox.
I think the problem
utility.
I think the problem with Chaos Galamon was where we are more aggressive over here. He didn't fit into our play style because we don't leave level 5s on board. That's just not how we play. We build up in raising, we swing, then we bring something big out. Very rarely we're leaving anything for them to eat with their Chaos Gallant, and it feels bad to play a Chaos Gallant to kill a level 3, where this is super aggressive. Like, you can bring back a blocker if you need it. You can bring back any level 4 or 3, just purple, and it just allows you to keep pace. And the fact that just from Digivolving that turn, you've then got security attack +1, 2k DP, and you've got so many effects pinging off, absolutely tons. Just giving you that more draw power. I think this card will settle in better with our meta because it's so aggressive. It just matches this play style over here. So I'm really excited for him. And then
Yeah, he's cool.
yeah, I really like his art as well. His all art's amazing. Then we've got Your Best Girl, a card that you're very fond of. I've played against it quite a few times in our like run-up testing. We've got Beelstarmon. When playing this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 1 for each 3 Musketeers Digimon card and option card with a memory cost of 7 in your trash. The deck is built around filling your trash up. Like by turn 3 you could have enough to reduce this to like a 4 cost, just because you have so much draw and trash one, you've got so much mill in. It just allows you to play this out for so cheap, and even if you trash this accidentally, you've got, like we saw, cards like the Titamon to bring this straight back. So you're not even too worried if this goes into the trash, because you can always pull it back. And its other option is other ability is on play, return 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 from your trash to your hand, and use 1 option card with a memory cost of 7 in your hand without paying its memory cost. As we've seen with red and black, and as we're going to see with this, we've got 3 really good 7 cost option cards that are built around the 3 Musketeers. And they're also versatile. On their own, they can be quite linear and not very good, but the thing is, you're running all 3 in this deck. You're trashing them all, so you're able to pull back whatever one fits that situation best. And like I've seen you do against me with this deck, like it's situational, whatever works best. Do you need to bring out a few Digimon, then you're going to bring out Nailbone. Do you need to clear one singular thing and it's not rested? Okay, I'll bring out Trump Sword, and then you've got the 3 new options that you'll bring out for different scenarios. It's just so versatile, and it's such a good card. And the deck plays in such a way you're not worried about the memory you give your opponent, because you're just going to be able to clear their board. Once you've got enough in your trash, once the game's gone long enough and you've got enough, which I've seen, to play Beelstar for free, you can just play Beelstar, like swing it into security. If it dies, you just bring it back with an imp if you haven't already got another Beelstar in your hand, because you'll just play her again, kill something on your opponent's board. You're just able to just keep that aggression up and stop your opponent from building up. It's just a yes, it's a
very scary card.
Yeah, she's definitely earned her secret rarity.
Yeah, pretty much being a ridiculous value engine as well as being a constant threat of board clearing.
She's a new best girl. She's probably going to be an expensive card as well, because waifu tax, but also because she's a really good card. And I think it's a deck, especially people that gravitate towards security control. As much as we're going to see like a security control variant with her in it, just the 3 Musketeers like deck engine is basically security control, but with actual mechanics, not just let's just play lots of colors that have no real synergy but they do big damage. This is every card you're playing has synergy with her, has synergy with Gundramon, and to a lesser effect has synergy with Magnikidmon. Yeah, it's a fun deck, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm hoping to before official launch over, I'm hoping to get a few deck profiles out. So I'm gonna probe you for your deck profile and your 3 Musketeers, so everyone can see how a well put together scary deck list looks.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. Next is the purple tamer of the set, which is Sora and Mimi, which was another dual tamer. At the start of your turn, if your opponent has no level 4 or lower Digimon, then you get to gain 2 memory, which is it can happen occasionally. It normally doesn't proc too much, but when it does, you're sitting in the money. And then
it's definitely the other ability where you play this.
yeah, it's definitely the main reason, which is when one of your purple Digimon attacks, you can suspend this Tamer to draw 1 trash one.
Yeah,
So
you turn procs all your other abilities on all your Digimon on the board.
yeah, this is the main way that you get to do the hand, just the grenade throw of just a random like Tapemon into like a BT1 Omni. It's just like just attach the little grenade to the back of him with the Skull Greymon, send him off into the Omni.
And then draw one.
Yeah.
Tapemon's a good boy like that.
What Tapemon? You deserve better from trying.
Yeah, it's a really good tamer. We've seen a lot of really good tamers this set, but at least for me, this has the best secondary ability of them because it just synergizes so well with everything you've already got going on.
Yeah, it does. So much like I said again, it's just got a lot of utility behind it.
Yeah, it's harder to proc off the no level 4s or lower effect, but you've got so many ways to clear their level 4s and 3s each turn. So there's going to be turns where you've cleared their level 4s and 3s, they're just going to digivolve up and raise in past turn, and then you gain that extra memory. You've got the way to play with it. So it's something that you were saying can proc. It's not going to proc as often, but you have some semi-control over it, because if the thing is, your opponent knows if they leave a level 4 or 3 on the board, you're probably going to blow it up. So they're going to subconsciously try and get away from leaving those on the board because you're just going to kill them anyway. Which, you know, it's a double-edged sword for them. They either give you the memory or you kill their rookies and champions. So it's a good little tactic because it leaves your opponent in a position where they just have to pick. And you know, sometimes it's going to be, for them at least, it's going to be worth giving you that memory to not sacrifice something that they may need later on.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a predicament, but not as much as say something as Joe and Easy.
Yeah, that's what is that?
That one's super easy to proc.
You have 2 Digimon on board.
If your opponent has 2 Digimon.
Yeah, gain 2 memory. Yeah, but it's a really good tamer. Again, there's so many great pieces in this. I'm looking forward to play around with them all. And because, you know, purple doesn't have enough ways to manipulate memory, we've got Grave Memory Boost. On play, return one purple Digimon card from your trash to your hand, then put this card into your battle area. And then delay effect is gain 2 memory. So it's just another way to gain more memory with purple, which I'm assuming for Lv.2 it comes up. Because again, you're able to pull things from your trash. You can stack these up. You don't need to rely so much on the jack rates.
It doesn't come up too much because activating the delay ability doesn't count for Lv.2.
Oh, yeah.
It's only the on play of them like adding something back, so you're just making that cost 1.
Yeah.
But I like where your head was at.
Yeah. Again, you can see I'm a mastermind when it comes to Lv.2. Yeah, I mean.
Also, the official name of this is different. Grave memory is known as Glaive Memory Boost.
Oh yeah, I remember you said you don't want to mention graves when there's a Skull Greymon that you just suicided into you chucked underneath a Tapemon and suicided into an Omni in the background.
Yeah, you got taken to the Glaive.
Yeah. I mean, to be at least like, I can see this still being useful because memory boosters are great, and being able to pull pieces out you need from your trash is always a good way to play. Okay, maybe not Lv.2, but you know, Titamon, could see that. You know, what if you trashed a card that you're like, actually, I want that back? What if you just want to bring back, as they show you, what if you want to bring back that Skull Greymon just to blow it up again, and just to chuck it under something and blow something else up? It's like your little nuke.
Yeah. It's
And-
got nice little utility, and of course, extra 2 memories, nice.
Yeah. And then you've got your Underworld's Call. When you trash this card from your hand using one of your effects, trigger draw one. So if you're not going to get any use from it, you just an extra draw. You know, yeah, it's okay. And then main effect, you may play one purple level 4 lower Digimon card from your trash without paying this memory cost. As I've said multiple times, it's so easy to control. Staying on 4, going to minimum of 4 memory now in the game. You're able to, if you just need one more Digimon, play this, bring back Kinkakumon, promote, and then brush your opponent down. Because even though this is going to cost you 4, if you bring back a Kinkakumon, promote with Kinkakumon and Kinkakumon, it's only going to cost you 3 because you're gaining a memory. Then when you swing with it, you're gaining another memory, so it's technically only costing you 2 to bring back something to rush with. So it's a really good card.
Yeah, it is. It feels weird that it lets you keep the memory the on plays, because most purple options don't let you do that.
Yeah, that's the main thing, because obviously you could bring this back to bring back a Ogremon to nuke a blocker as well. So if all you need is to get rid of a blocker and you've got 4 memory, play this, go for game. So it's definitely got its uses. Maybe it's like a 2 of, just because you don't want to see this more than once in your hand. I mean, if you do, to be fair, you can just send it to the graveyard to draw one. But it's a nice little card. And then we've finally got the new 7 cost option for 3 Musketeers. If you have a Digimon card with 3 Musketeers and its type in play, you may use this option card without meeting its color requirements, which means you do not have to have a purple card on board as long as you have a Gundramon or a Magnakid. But usually, if you're using this, you've got purple on board. And its main effect is delete one of your opponent's level 6 or lower Digimon. Now that doesn't sound too amazing, because you can't kill level 7s, but what you got to remember is this is just one piece of the whole utility cupboard that they have with 3 Musketeers, because they're able to bring back any level 7 option. Like I said, Trump Sword will get over something. You've got Happy, I can't remember what the Magnakid one's called.
Happy Bullet Shower.
This one. And then you've got Gale Shawarma as well. So it's just one piece of utility in all your puzzle pieces. But you know, it just kills level 6 lower. You can use
the generically good option for purple, even if it's not being used in the 3 Musketeers deck.
Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously 7 cost it feels like a lot, but if you're on 4 memory, you play this, but you're turned to 3, and you've just killed one of their stacks. It's not a bad play at that point, and there's not the restrictions of Trump Sword. Like, yes, it doesn't kill level 7s, but I think just being able to kill 6 and unders, it'd feel bad using this for level 4. But maybe there's a situation where, you know, in a 3 Musketeers that would come up where you're not too fussed because it's free use of it.
Yeah, there's also like a lot of times when people, I've had a lot from people when they're playing purple, they occasionally just wish that they had something like Fly Bullet, because their Hell's Gate wasn't doing as good as a job as they wanted it to.
Yeah, because
it's definitely better than Hell's Gate.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, because even though Hell's Gate's 1 cheaper, you're locked to 6 and above. So if they've got a pesky level 5 that you just need to clear because otherwise they're going to be able to go for game next turn, Hell's Gate doesn't do anything. And I think that's the problem with purple, is you have tons that can kill 3s and 4s and 6 and 7s, but that 5 spot you had Trump Sword, which was only if it wasn't suspended, and then you had Chaos Gallant. So it was a tricky, like those level 5s were tricky to get rid of. This gives you that option to get rid of those 5s. It's like looking through all the purple cards, there's no bad cards in purple. They've had an amazing utility boost. Every card can see play in one deck or another. There's some cards that, like,
maybe one, maybe not one.
yeah, I mean, you've got these two that may not see too much play, and then Ferrismon. Okay, he's probably the only one which will never see play. But yeah, like every other card will have its place in the deck. But yeah, I'm looking forward to purple. It's definitely one of the colours I'm more invested into. That is it for the purple cards, and that is it for our BT6 set review. Definitely been a journey. A lot more talking than I thought. I think this is going to be our longest video just because there were so many good cards to talk about, which makes up for the fact that the podcast this week will be a little bit shorter. So, balances out. But other than that, that is it from myself and Holy. I hope you've enjoyed listening to us talk about all these new cards. Obviously, we've got the starter decks coming out as well. We may do the starter decks. I'm not sure yet. Maybe we'll save it for a podcast if there's no news next week. But you should see us do a starter deck review at some point as well. But this is it. No weird outro this time. There's nothing to come in after this. This is it. This is the end. All your cards have been revealed. All your cards have been looked at. We looked at all your alts in our podcast. So we're definitely prepped and ready for BT6. So this is it from me and Holy, and I hope you're all looking forward to BT6 as much as we are.